Hello there, movie readers. BBC have released BBC Breakfast Time, and a computer tycoon known as Clive Sinclair is given a knighthood. It is, of course, 1983. First up, I have Krull. A world light years beyond your imagination. Published by Corky Books, and is written, of course, by Alan Dean Foster, based on a screenplay by Stanford Sherman. And there's a quick look at the back. Some several pictures, black and white, featured within. Another nice one of the Beast. And Francesca Annis. Great childhood movie, and obviously a fabulous score by James Horner. And had some awesome memorable scenes. I particularly liked the fire mare scene as a kid, as well as, of course, the deaths of the Slayers. Next, I have the first edition of Return of the Jedi, novelization by James Caan, based on the screenplay by Lawrence Kasdan from the story by George Lucas. And we have here 8 pages of fabulous colour. This is published by Futura Books, and get some nice colour pictures in there. So James Caan stated that he had little freedom in writing this compared to other novelizations he'd written before, particularly for Steven Spielberg with Poltergeist. Nice bright purple cover on the back there. I don't know what it is about British paperbacks, but we do like to put a bright colour on it. So there are some little differences in this, mostly created by George Lucas himself when he wrote the prequels, cancelling out some of the details that were revealed within here. Probably the biggest one, which most people of you would already know, is in fact that Owen Lars is Obi-Wan's brother, and not related to Shmi Walker by marriage. Finding a first edition of Return of the Jedi isn't really difficult considering how many were printed. But I also found this in a charity bookshop. This is the paperback version of the Marvel comic adaptation of Return of the Jedi. And the cool thing about this is that it's colour throughout, which I quite like. Don't normally collect this sort of thing, but I just saw it in the shop some years ago and just had to pick it up. Nice little cover on there. This is actually I actually had a version of this in hardback, so anyone who owned the annual, Return of the Jedi annual, you'll find that this has basically the same content, it's just been compressed into a paperback book. Now for my next book, Say Oh My Little Friend. Yep, it's Scarface. This book is a little bit difficult to come by, a little bit rare. This one, as you can see, is a little bit battered and bruised, and it is a ex-library book. But sometimes you just have to pick them up when you can. Quite a cool sort of shimmery silver colour on the cover there. Again, it's seen better days. This is written by Paul Manette and published by Sphere Books. I don't know how many editions of this there were. I think this is just a first printing. Yep. Next I have War Games, published by Penguin Books, and this is written by David Bischoff. I think I have said that right. And we've got there that classic orange penguin spine and black cover on the back. So this book, apparently according to David Bischoff, it was written in about 4 weeks, I think it was, and was released several weeks before the film. This was published in May 1983. Not sure how many editions of this were printed. In the UK, it looks like just one. No colour photos or anything like that. Oops. So Bischoff manages to flesh out the character of David Lightman by writing more about his relationship with his father and how they both don't get on. I've yet to read this. Well, I've read it many years ago, but I need to revisit it, really. I was thinking about doing a film focusing purely on this. Anyway, that's War Games. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any comments, please leave them down below. Thank you very much, and goodbye.